$1 million. That's what's going to take for a man being held on rape and multiple sex offense charges to get out of jail.
Yeah, Stephen Proctor is his name. He's from Glen Burnie. He was arrested late last week, and he's now connected to 2 crimes. ABC 2 News' Cheryl Connor with an update for us.
Jamie and Kelly, this morning in court, a judge reduced the status from no bond to $1 million that Stephen Proctor would have to pay in full to be released. We visited where he lived before going to jail and talked to his neighbors. We were invited into the Honeybee Hotel on top of the Honeybee Liquor Store on Ritchie Highway in Glen Burnie, where the landlord says Stephen Proctor and his wife lived for over a year.
He's the browbeaten type that needs control of something.
Proctor's wife did not answer the door. Neighbors have spoken to her since her 52-year-old husband was arrested on multiple charges, including rape.
She said the women are chasing after him.
Anne Arundel County Police and the state's attorney paint a different picture, saying Proctor followed after vulnerable women in the early morning hours and raped one and assaulted another. The most recent on September 11th behind a shopping center in the 300 block of Hospital Drive. Charging documents say he offered the victim $40 to perform a sex act, and when she refused, he pulled out a knife. In July of last year, he offered up the same amount of money, but police say Proctor still raped the woman nearby in the 600 block of Crane Highway.
These are individuals who are not known to Mr. Proctor. They're strangers to him. He produced a weapon, made threats to both women, threats against their lives, and actually used the weapon against one of them, cutting her shirt.
We learned today DNA is the strongest evidence for prosecutors. Police say Proctor was known to use drugs and ride a bicycle away from each attack. Anne Arundel County State's Attorney Wes Adams wanted no bond for Proctor, but a judge set it at $1 million.
Any possibility that Mr. Proctor could step out onto the street and potentially harm somebody else is a disappointment, but I think Judge Legham tried to balance out what he thought he had to do under the Constitution with the public safety interest.
The serious nature of the charges surprises neighbors, but not the audacity behind each one of them.
I've seen him mess with other people around here. You know, he's made a comment to the girl up here in the corner one day. She was out there picking flowers,
And we also learned today that Stephen Proctor is the suspect in a June case where a woman reported she was sexually assaulted by a stranger, but he has not been charged for that incident. State's Attorney Wes Adams says Proctor would have to pay $1 million in full. So far, he's still in jail. Cheryl Connor, ABC 2 News.